world. Welcome to Sunday. Well, I didn't go to church today. I still have so much stuff in my throat. I didn't want to sit in church and cough and gag and make everybody else sick either. So, unfortunately, I stayed home today drinking my hot tea. Still hot tea. Wrapped in its own little blanket. Keep it hot. I need to get one of those. I have one of those at work. This little coffee. If you say Mr. Coffee mug warmer, I need to get one of those for home so I could sit here. I'm hoping my throat isn't going to be in this condition forever, though. That's really annoying. So, I'm going to do my makeup today. And I'm getting ready to do my little video later where, I do my Bible reading and singing, and I've got some good songs today. I'm hoping my throat will cooperate and will allow me to sing and talk. But I'm going to get ready for the video. I do like to look nice for the video. Of course, I start this video out looking so nice. I have dark circles. I have blotchy skin. You can see all this. I have enlarged pores. You probably cannot see that, actually, on this video, because it's not close enough. Trust me, I have gigantic pores, and they are very hard to deal with. It's because I had oily skin and acne. I thought, actually, that I was going to have acne till the day I died. I'm like, isn't that supposed to be gone when you're not a teenager anymore? I've been a teenager for a few decades. But no, sometimes it stays with you. I still have oily skin. The good thing about the oily skin is I don't have a lot of wrinkles. I have a lot of fine lines and stuff that you really can't see unless you're like on top of my face. But I don't have a lot of crow's feet, which is pretty good for my age. Honestly, it's pretty good. A lot of people younger than me have a lot of crinkle, a lot of wrinkles. There's nothing wrong with that. But I am glad if I had to endure oily skin and acne, at least I got the less wrinkly skin out of it. I deserve that. I deserve that after putting up the acne. So, I'm going to start today with a little bit of my skincare. Now, I have washed my face already. Our skincare, Lime Life skincare, is all natural. All natural, mostly vegan. There's a couple of products that have beeswax in it, but the rest of it's vegan. It's Leaping Bunny certified, which means it's cruelty-free. They don't test it on animals. It's got all natural ingredients. It has essential oils in it, so it doesn't have added artificial fragrances. It only has the fragrance of the natural things that are in it. So I'm going to start, like I said, I've cleansed my face with our cleanser, and we have several cleansers to choose from now, depending on your skin type or what you like. And I actually use one in the morning and another one in the evening. And I'm going to move to this product right here. Called Eye Rise. This has aspen bark and carob in it, and what it does is it tightens the skin on your eyes a little bit, and it can help reduce dark circles. As you see, my dark circles are insane. They're insane, and so to reduce my dark circles, I don't know how many years that would take, but hey, I'm working on it. So this has a little ceramic tip, and I like to do this. I squeeze out a little of the product just so I can see what I'm doing, so I don't go crazy. It doesn't take much. And it's just kind of like a milky looking liquid, and then or almost clear. And then I tap it around my eye. And now you don't have to put it up here. But because I have such saggy hoods and saggy skin up there, I want it up there because this will tighten a little bit. And yeah, I want that tightened up there. And I have dark circles up there. So I want what this stuff does, I want it up here too. And so I put it here. And this has this tip is ceramic, and so it's cool all the time, year round, even though in Florida it is 88 degrees here. You would not know this was February. You would think it was June, but it is 88 degrees. It is hot. I have my air conditioning on. Yes, I do. But this, no matter how hot it gets, it'll feel cool to your skin because it's ceramic. And so you could even put this in the refrigerator and get it really cold. I haven't done that though because it's cold enough for me as it is. So I'm going to get another little drop out here. This one's getting low. I gotta, come on, baby. You can tell it's getting near the bottom. There it goes. A little bit on there. Oh, yep, there it is. You can see it, little drop. Then we're gonna put here. It doesn't take much at all. And this will not make your skin feel oily or tacky or heavy. So many of the eye products I have tried, they're gunky, they're goopy. They make my eyelids feel like I've just put a coating of glue on them. And they might do good for your eye, I don't know, but I can't stand the way they feel. This is like almost water thin. It does not feel heavy or sticky, tacky, goopy or anything. And then I just rub that around, make sure I don't miss any spots. Then what I do next, and you don't have to do this, I do this because you don't have any oil ducts here. And my eyes under here are getting a little dry. And if I put concealer under there, you can see little lines in there. And so I am putting some of this. This is called Due Date. Due Date is a facial oil. It's Pomerose and sunflower oil. This is what they kind of call a dry oil, meaning it doesn't leave an oily film on your face. Now, I'm only going to put it under my eyes. Now, I have just the barest amount of my finger right there. You see that, where it just looks shiny? Then I'm going to rub it between two fingers. And I'm just going to tap a little bit here. This just keeps my concealer from looking dry and crackly. Now, if you don't have older eyes, it probably won't look dry and crackly on you. And I also put this up here. So this keeps my eyes moisturized. And this is one of the oils that doesn't say don't use around your eyes. Some of our other oils, like our marula oil, it actually says on there, do not use around the eye. And we have another product I'm going to put on in a minute called Sotox that is used to lighten, brighten, tighten skin. It also says do not use around your eyes. I think it can sting your eyes. So I try not to use the ones around my eyes that say don't use around your eyes. Okay, just trying to make sure I don't get too much here. Rub that away a little bit. Okay, there we go. So now I have the Due Date oil around there as well. And now you can put this Due Date oil on your whole face, your neck. And I usually do that at night, or I do it. But I have such oily skin, I usually don't add under my foundation because I don't need to. Then I usually put on this product called Sotox. I use my little palette here because I'm going to mix it. And I just put a little bit on there. That will do my whole face and neck. Does not take much of it. This has a Sanji mushroom in it, which is a mushroom from Japan. They have been using it there for many years. Unknown to us. Because it lightens, brightens, and tightens the skin. And so if you want your skin lightened, brightened, or tightened, and all of them, you want to use that. It's just like a serum. Now, I have put a drop of this on here. This is a drop of oil. I put it right there. It is called One Drop Wonder. This is 100% pure, cold-pressed Pomifera oil. I have this on here because it's a glass bottle, so it won't roll off and smash on the tile. It is 100% pure, cold-pressed Pomifera oil. One ingredient only. What this product does... it causes your skin to regenerate faster and to renew itself faster, and it penetrates deeper into the skin than any other product. So when you mix it with something, which is what I'm doing, see that drop of oil I have on there with this? I'm mixing it with Sotox. When I mix it, this oil that will penetrate deeper into my skin will pick up this Sotox and take it with it. So if you want something to penetrate deeper into your skin, put One Drop Wonder with it, and One Drop Wonder it like piggybacks on it. It will take your product and pull it deeper into the skin with it. So then they are both there, and it's going to cause your skin to renew faster. Now you'll see when I'm doing this, my skin's kind of turning red. My skin turns red if I rub it. It's not from the product. It's because I'm touching it. It's all it takes is me. I touch my hand with my face with nothing to turn red. But it'll go away in a second. And then I put it down here, and I put it like all the way down here, because you want to, I want this to be bright and lightened and tightened too. Okay, so there we go. One more item is the moisturizer. In the day, we have a couple of moisturizers. We have one for men as well. This one is called Cool Balm. This has aloe and cucumber in it. Now, mine's almost out, so it has a pump, but I'm not using the pump because I barely have any left in this bottle. And I've got it upside down, so I'm having to open it and dump it out. So that's all I need right there for my whole face. Cucumber and aloe, it actually smells like cucumber and aloe. It is a real light moisturizer. Almost feels more like a serum. It is a balm, B-A-L-M. That's why it's called a Cool Balm. It's not a heavy moisturizer at all. We do have one called Skin Therapy that is a great moisturizer. I use that one at night, but it can be used during the day. This one is more for normal, the Cool Balm, for normal to oily skin. The other one is normal to dry skin, but I found I can actually use both of them. I just use the oily skin one for the day, so my face won't get oily during the day. And the other one I use at night because it doesn't matter. I'm in bed sleeping, so it doesn't matter. But it's not a heavier moisturizer at all. Okay, so there I have everything on my face that I'm going to put on, and I'm going to take a little sip of tea for my throat. Oh, that's good. That is Lady Grey Tea by Twinings. And I'm going to now move to, I'm going to do the foundation first. And I am using, again, our little sponge called a Blenderful sponge. There it is. You can see it's yellow. You can see it has a really tight texture. It is not it's not real grainy. It is no latex, latex free. So if you have a problem reacting to latex, a lot of people do, you don't have to worry about it with this sponge. You will not react because there's no latex in it. It is a real soft, squishy sponge. I have dampened this slightly with water. You can use it dry if you want, but it's really kind of meant to be used damp. And this is our foundation. This is our Botanical Foundation by Lime Life by Alcone. This has been used in Hollywood and Broadway since the 1960s when this makeup was invented. It is like Hollywood's best kept secret. It's what you see people wearing in the movies and on television and on plays, up on stages. This is what they're wearing. It's professional makeup. This is not retail makeup. This is not what you buy in a store or from any other distributor. This is an entire grade above it. It has 50% pigment, meaning it's mostly color. It's not fillers. Most makeup that you buy anywhere in any store, even the high-end, incredibly crazy expensive kind, it is 18 to 24% pigment generally. This is 50%. It's double the pigment or more. So you use very little of this. Now I mix 2 colors, but if you just use one pan of this will last you 5 to 8 months. If you buy makeup anywhere else, a foundation, generally you get 2.5 to 3 months out of it if you use it every day. I have used many kinds, and I've never had one last more than 3 months, a bottle of foundation. 2.5 to 3 months was all I would ever get. This, you will get 5 to 8 months. So this is actually so much more economical than any of those other kinds because it is going to last forever. And it is not greasy. It is not heavy. It is made with a plant wax, not like a candle wax, but a natural plant wax. And so it does not actually feel waxy. It doesn't feel heavy. It doesn't make your skin feel like it can't breathe. It will feel like you have absolutely nothing on your face. Okay, so I've put some on the flat part of this sponge. And then I'm going to like just tap this and bounce it on my face. You don't really need to rub it. You really don't want to rub it because you don't want to have streaks. You want to just pat this in. Now we also have a brush we can apply this with. You can use brush number 17. This is actually my favorite brush. Look how nice size this is. It's also brush number 5. Brush number 5 is the same thing. It's just tiny. So brush number 5, it'll just take you a little bit longer because you'll have to go round and round and round and round and round. It takes a little longer to cover your surface. This is a lot faster. This, of course, you see is kind of a similar size to this, so this also doesn't take a long time. But I really like the brush, but I am really liking this sponge. Now, the reason I'm using this sponge now is actually I've had this sponge because it came in my starter kit when I became a beauty guide. And I said, oh, isn't that a neato little sponge? But I love these brushes. So I never even opened, well, I opened a sponge. I looked at it, but I never used it. And then I thought, well, why not? Why am I not at least trying that? And I love the sponge. The sponge, the thing about the sponge too is the sponge is cheaper than the brush. The sponge will have to be replaced a little bit after some time. You know, the sponge won't last as long as the brush. The brush will last, but it's cheaper than the brush. So, and it's also depends on kind of the application you want and just what you like. Do you like a sponge? Do you like a brush? Whatever you like. This is easier to not have streaks, I'll tell you that. Brush, you have to have the right touch, very, very light touch. Be careful you don't get streaks. I mean, you can do it. You just have to, it's kind of what they call a learning curve with it. You at first you'll put it on and go, ooh, it's so streaky. Well, it's because nobody's used to this makeup because you've never had makeup like this before. And you do have to kind of learn how it goes on. And once you get, it's worth it. That's what I'm telling you. It's worth it. Once you get it on and see what it looks like and that you look like the movie stars, your skin will. You look like the people in Hollywood that you look at them on those big movie screens and say, how is their skin so perfect? That's how. That's how. They don't have perfect skin either. They don't have perfect skin either. Well, this little sponge called the Blenderful, it is on sale. This is the last day it's on sale. So I wanted to come on and let everybody know if you want one of these, you can get it instead of $22. It's only $18, and it comes with this little carrier, which if you buy another brand, you'll have to buy this carrier separately, and these carriers are like $15 by themselves. And then you have to buy a sponge. This comes together already. It's only, for today only, last day, $18. Now this, I just discovered this by accident. I knew it was it's a magnetized closure. And I took my sponge out of here yesterday, and I went like this. Oh, look, easy close. One-handed closure. Look, that's all you have to do is flip it, and it snaps closed because it's a magnet. And it has the little Lime Life symbol on there, which is an L, and it's a little director's wand. Professional stage makeup, just like a movie director's wand across the L, because that's what this makeup is. And so the other thing about this sponge, you can just buy it by itself or with some products or something and get it for $18. However, if you would like the sponge for free, you can buy one of our makeup collections. Our makeup collections are a set of items that the company has put together in a collection. It says these are things people like to buy together a lot. So they put them into sets and discounted them. They're permanently discounted. They're always discounted. People ask all the time, do you have stuff that's on sale? They rarely do stuff like this where they put something on sale by itself. What they do is they collect the things people like to buy together, and they are always on sale. So yeah, we have stuff that's on sale. It's the collections of stuff. Those are the things that always are money-saving items. Once in a great while, they'll take something and put it on sale, and they've done that for this weekend for us for special. So if you want it for free, get one of the beauty collections. One of the beauty collections, just as an example, is called the Teen Collection. That comes with one foundation, 2 concealers, 2 eyeshadows, colors, all colors of your choice. Pick your own colors. Okay, 1 foundation, 2 concealers, 2 eyeshadows, and a lip gloss. These are our lip glosses. It comes with a little mirror, and a real mirror, not just a sticker, a real mirror, so you can, look at yourself, put your lipstick on, you have a little mirror right there, and a little bling top. That's fun. And it's just a real creamy gloss, a real creamy gloss. It is not super sticky. They smell like, this one smells like caramel. It's like caramel. I have one that smells like strawberry cheesecake. I love the smell of that one. This one is called Faith. This is a great, neutral color. It's almost kind of like a mauve. It's like my favorite. Now, I just got that one yesterday. But that's what you would get with that, the Teen Collection. The Teen Collection is $136. You would get free shipping with that, and you would get a free beauty blender. Now, there are other collections. There are smaller ones. There are less money. There are larger ones that cost more money. Depends on what you want to spend, what items that you want. But you would get, if you get it today, you can buy the gloss separate. Yes, you can buy the glosses by themselves. The glosses, I think, are $18 by themselves. But you could buy the gloss, you can buy everything by itself. So you can buy the collection, you can buy the sponge by itself. If this is just the one that's on sale for it being the last day today. Okay, so now I have got the foundation on, no streaks. Looks like just another, it is made to look like another layer of skin, and it is made to feel like another layer of skin, and it really feels like nothing. It feels like I've put nothing on. I'm drinking hot tea to clear my throat. Now I'm going to use the concealer. Our concealer is waterproof. I'm going to use the other end of the sponge, and I'm going to get the concealer with the other end of the sponge. This is concealer 0. It's the lightest one we have, and because I have the darkest circles. Darkest circles, I want the lightest. I also have light skin. I want the lightest concealer. And if you tap this on here, I have found in using this sponge, I actually like this better than the brush for the concealer, because I don't pull my skin on my eyes at all with this. No pulling, stretching of the skin. My skin's already so stretched out enough. I don't need it worse. And it kind of gives it more of a flawless finish. I don't have to worry about streaks. I don't have to worry about brush strokes that I have to, fix. It's just more perfect. And I think it actually puts a little lighter layer on, so it's not heavy. Well, let's do the other side. Look at the difference in that. Does it look like I have a black eye over? Yep. They're like that all the time. Been since I was young. My grandmother, my dad's mother had them apparently. I don't know if they're hereditary. She said they used to send her home from school when she was young. Oh, honey, you haven't gotten enough sleep. Of course, that would have been well, she was born in 1913. So that would have been like the 20s, you know. They would have sent her home. You haven't had any sleep. You need to go home. And she would say, I have too had sleep. I don't need to go home. It's when she was like in elementary school. She's had such dark circles. And she wasn't sick. She had sleep. She just had dark circles. They are not fun. Because they are like right there where everybody could see them. It's not like I can go like, okay, here, I'm going to hide them. I can't do that. So you've got to have some good makeup to hide them. And this is it. I have tried so many things. Most things either don't cover them very well, or if they do cover them very well, I have to put it on so thick, it's like having a layer of paste on your face, and it cracks and creases and looks funny. You know, it just looks like you have stuff spackled on your face. It looks like white mud or yeah, cream colored mud on your face. It just doesn't look right. I can put enough concealer of other brands on there to cover it, but it looks like what is on your face. Like you've put icing on your face, only it won't look smooth because your skin, you know, has little cracks and wrinkles and, you know, it's textured. Your skin's textured. So if you put something on it, it's going to look textured too. And the more you put on, the more that texture shows up. That's why you want something like this. You don't have to put much on. And the reason that works is because it's 50% pigment. And other companies, I have never heard of another one that has 50% pigment. They'll all say, we have high pigment. It's got high pigment, high pigment. There's why I'm drinking the hot tea. Ask them what the percentage is. What's the percentage? They probably don't know, first of all. But if they find out, it won't be 50%. Unless you're buying Lime Life. Or some other stage, like stage makeup. Which is not, this makeup included. They're not sold to the general public. That's why nobody's heard of them. They aren't available in stores. They aren't available really to the public. They're sold to professional makeup artists in Hollywood and Broadway and stages and TVs and movies. That's where this makeup's been all these years. It's been here all these years, but it was never marketed to the public. It was sold and marketed to makeup artists because they were the only ones using it on the stars. And then about 4 years ago, this company, Alcone, who has had this and distributed this makeup since the 60s. Alcone actually began in the 50s. But this makeup was invented in 1963, and they started distributing it. And when they've had this all along. And the makeup artists started going to them. That was the translucent powder I had, by the way. The makeup artist said, you know, the stars that I'm putting this makeup on, they want to know, can they buy it for home? They want to use it at home. Well, they didn't really sell to the public, the retail. They sold to the professionals, the makeup artists. So they said, well, you know, if the stars would like that makeup, because if they like it so well, they want to wear it at home. And then it must be better than anything they can get at home. So then why wouldn't all the other women in America want to wear it as well? And now they've opened it up to several countries in the world, not just America. So that's what they did 4 years ago. They said we should make this available to all women or men if they want to wear it too. We should make this available to the regular person. So that's what they did. That's when they started Lime Life by Alcone. They started this home direct sales business to enable women or men to have a business where they can earn a little money and help as well. They wanted to empower women, and they wanted to help people grow and be successful. And so that's why they, instead of just opening stores, they did it through direct sales. This is the translucent powder. It is not actually white. It's just colorless. This was invented specifically for high definition television because regular powders, I guess, showed a grain and stuff on there. So they invented that just for high definition television, meaning if it does not show up on high definition television, it's not going to show up in your life either. It's going to look flawless. And that does, it gives your face an airbrushed look. And I'm going to take brush 16. This is a fan brush. I'm going to use eyeshadow for this. You can use, we have bronzer, and we have dark concealers, we have dark foundations, because we have foundations for every skin tone. If you are the darkest, blackest person, or the whitest, lightest person, or in between browns, bronzy colors, anywhere in between, we have a foundation shade for you. And you can use those to contour. If you don't even have to contour, but if you want to, this is how you do it. I'm going to use an eyeshadow. And because my skin is so fair, I'm going to use a fairly light color. If you're darker, you just use a darker color. This is the eyeshadow number 40 called Taupe for the Best. This is one of Lime Life's eyeshadows. And I'm just barely going to tap this brush in here. Let's see if we can see what I'm doing. I'm just kind of going like this because these are also 50% pigment. They have so much in there, you have to be careful you don't get too much. So I wasn't even really rubbing that brush. I was tapping it. And look at how much there is there. I don't want too much on there. You want this to kind of look like a shadow. And you want to start at the top of your ears and go down. You want this under the poofy part of your cheeks. So if you go like this, it follows that line. Only you don't go to your mouth. You stop about here. If you go to your mouth, you look like a marionette puppet, and it looks ridiculous. Don't contour to your mouth. Stop here. But you want to follow that line that goes there. See, from here, here. You want it to look like your face is curved in there. It thins your face, the look of your face. It gives you a thinner look, unless you don't want to look thinner. And of course, you don't have to do this at all. This is just kind of an extra. But if you're going to be taking pictures or on camera at all, doing a live video like I'm doing, it looks better on camera and on pictures. It really does. I'm going to take another drink of tea for my throat. Okay, so there's that. Then I'm going to get a little bit more, and I'm going to go under my chin. I try not to get this too dark, because it can, on my fair skin, it can go to looking like dirt on my face real fast. So I try to not make it look like that. I want it to look like dirt. I don't want it to look like discoloration. It's supposed to look like a shadow. Now that is why I'm using this eyeshadow instead of, not because it's named shadow, I'm using eyeshadow instead of bronzer, because bronzer is kind of orangey. It's a reddish brown. And what you want to make this look like is a shadow. Shadows, if you look at a shadow on the wall, it is not orangey brown. It's grayish. So you want a brown that's more toward a cool color. Bronze is a warm color. And so you want a cool color brown. This is more of a taupey brown, which is like a grayish brown. And it is a cooler color because it looks more like an authentic shadow rather than an orangey shadow, because shadows are not that color. So if you want it to look like contour and an actual shadow, that's what you want to do. Then I'm going to use blush. I only have a few of them. This is not even half. That's just the ones that I have. These are the ones I like the best too. This one is my favorite. It's called Number One Alive. It is kind of a mauve color. These also highly pigmented. It's not just highly pigmented. 50% pigment. That's how much it is. And then so it doesn't take much. So I can do 2 cheeks, 2 sides with one. It's just lasts. Your products are going to last forever. You're not going to have to use much. I don't know if you've ever bought eyeshadow or something from the, or blush from the, say the drugstore, Walmart, any kind of a drugstore type makeup. Looks so pretty in the pan. And you try to put it on your face, and you got to keep getting more and get more and get more and get more and get more. It's because it doesn't have much pigment. Kind of looks like it does in the pan, but it actually does not. And you use half of it up, putting it on your face. You know, you're not saving money doing that. You're actually spending more money because you got to go buy it again a lot sooner. That was brush number 3. Angled Fluffy Blush Brush. I love that one. This is brush number 2. Gigantic fluffy brush. Look how big. It's big as my hand. It is a real soft brush. I kind of use this just to go back, soften the edges of my blush so I'm not too stark. Again, with having real pale skin, you have to be careful that you don't look clownish. I try to not look that way anyway. Hoping I'm not. Okay, so now I'm going to take this brush. Oh, I forgot to put my primer on. We will pretend that I put my primer on today. But I'm not going to wear this makeup long today anyway. So the primer spray will help your makeup from settling into your pores and help it last longer. I was doing skincare, that's why I forgot my primer. But I do have setting spray. And I'm going to take the setting spray. And I'm going to take brush number 14. It has this on one end and this on the other end. You can use this to brush up your brows. It's getting all my hair caught in it because my hair is so wispy. I have such flyaway hair. Little wisps of hair, so annoying. Baby fine hair, that's why. Okay, so there's that. Then I'm going to take and spray this. A lot of people I've seen, they do it in the cap of their bottle. And you can do that. But I didn't want that to get all grungy. So I use a little, this is a makeup palette. I got that on Amazon. It's just a little metal butterfly that is made specifically for makeup. Then I'm going to take the angle side of this brush and I'm going to dip it in this liquid, in the setting spray. So this, getting it wet, will make the eyeshadow intensify in color. And using the setting spray means it's going to stay where you put it. It's not going to rub off until you wash it off. And I'm going to use this color, Ashen, is that what? Yeah, Ashen for Trouble. This color, it's a brown. It's hard to see because I've used most of it up. It's an ashy brown. This color looks good, kind of matches my eyebrows. It matches my eyebrows and matches my hair. So to pick the color for your eyebrows, what you want to try to do is match the darkest color in your hair. My hair's kind of all one color, but if you have different colors in your hair, match the darkest shade in your hair with your eyebrows. Then you start at the base of your brow and you draw up to the peak of your brow. Then you go at the top and draw a parallel line to it. See, I got two lines like railroad tracks. One there, one there. Then I go to that point where I left off and draw straight down following the brow. Then all you have to do, I got to pick up some more eyeshadow and setting spray. Then you color it in. You draw your two lines. That you don't really have to color in because it's only one line. But this part, you just color it in. Fill in with more shadow. Make it a little bit softer here because your hairs usually grow a little lighter there. Try to make it softer looking. And if you don't like the way it came out, you take your concealer and reshape it. I call concealer the great whiteout of makeup. You can erase it and fix it if it didn't turn out like you wanted. And then I'm going to do this one. Straight up line. Parallel line at the top. Go to where that peak is and draw down. Fill in. Took me forever of watching people to figure out exactly what they were doing, and I would try it and it would be like, ooh, I look like Herman Munster, or I look like Frankenstein. That's what Herman Munster looks like if you don't know who that is. Or I look like, if you've watched Toy Story, where Mrs. Potato Head gives her husband, Mr. Potato Head, his angry eyes, and she tells him, I'm going to pack your angry eyes in case you need it. I'm like, whoa, I got on my angry eyes today. So, but if you get concealer, you can fix it. I don't want my angry eyes. Now see, I have this one is a little bigger than that one. And so we don't want that. So we will fix it. It's very hard to do them exactly the same. So that's why we fix it. Just go ahead and fix it. It's very easy. I actually don't have it filled in far enough though. Let's do that first. Ta-da. It's not going in as far as the other one. I do at least want that to be the same. Or close to the same. Okay, that's a little closer to the same. Okay. And I'm going to take concealer. Concealer 0, and this is a little concealer brush. This is brush 6. It's a little too fat right here. So I'm going to unfat it. I wish I could use this on me. Look, fat's gone. Yeah, that'd be easy. Don't we? Wish we could do that. Look, I've used concealer. You don't see it. Try to even them up. I've got some good songs I want to sing tonight. My little video I do right after this, that I hope my throat is going to cooperate and sing. I'm going to sing them, not cough them. Let's try I'm drinking the hot tea. And my hot tea is becoming lukewarm tea. Don't care so much for that. Okay, so then I'm going to take my eyeshadow again. I'm going to go here with number 38 Cream Boat, just a light cream color. Getting a hair in my mouth. And I'm going to go all over my lid and my brow, my hood. That's my hood, not my brow. My hood under my brow. And I'm just going to basically whitewash it with cream. Cream wash it. Just going to coat the whole thing. Then, that was brush number 7. It's just a wide eyeshadow brush. I'm going to take brush number 10. This is just a round tapered brush. Kind of a softer brush. Clean some of that powder out of there. I'm going to take number 26 called One Night Sand. As you can see, I use these all the time. They are getting low, but hey, I've got refills. I'm not running out. Can't run out of this stuff. So then it lasts forever. I've had these eyeshadows, even the ones that I'm low, I've had them almost a year. And I use them sometimes twice a day because I do videos. And they're still not empty. That's going to last still more weeks, several weeks. Because it doesn't take much. Because you don't have to put much on because it has so much pigment in it. 50%. If you think about it, other makeup, but if it has less pigment in it, what has got the rest? What is the rest? The rest is fillers. Now you have to have some other stuff. You have to have binder. You have to have stuff to hold it together. But you want stuff with a lot of pigment. Otherwise, you're just putting a lot of like unnecessary stuff on your eye. Why? And then you have to use more and more of the product. Now that's no fun. And I'm going to use number 40, Taupe for the Best. That's the one I contoured with. You know what? I didn't finish contouring, but I'm going to do that too. Hopefully I'm not going to forget. I have to do my contour my nose and under my lip. I normally do that. I'm going to use another brush. That's why I didn't finish, because I didn't get that other brush. But I shall do it in a moment. Now I'm doing this for hooded eyes. If you look straight ahead and your eyes completely relax your eyes. They cover your eyelid. Completely covers your eyelid. You have a hooded eye. That means all you see is your hood. See, my lid's under there. See right there? It's under there. Now it's gone. Now you see it? Now you don't. This is what you're normally going to see when you look at me, because unless I'm walking around surprised. What you do is you look straight ahead. Now I've got it memorized now, but this is how you find it. Get some eyeshadow in your brush, look straight ahead, and then just draw a line right there where you see skin. Then when you look up, you will see where to put it. I'm going to do that with the other one. I'll show you. I'm just so used to where it goes now. So you don't have to do that forever. You only have to do that till you get it figured out. So I'm going to take some more of this Taupe for the Best. Look straight ahead. See where the bottom part of the skin is, right above your eye. Take your brush with color on it. Draw there. Look up. See where that is? That's where you put your eyeshadow. If you have hooded eyes, you can see it. It's way above your crease. See my crease? Let's use this. My crease is here. But I got the eyeshadow here. Because see, if I put it here, when I close my eyes, see, it eats the tweezers too. This is the end of the tweezers, not the sharp end. It's up in there, but you'll never see it. So you've got to put it where you can see it. So that's why what you're doing is you're like making a fake crease. You're making you a new one. So when you look straight ahead, it looks like that's your eyelid from a distance. It's a little trick. Now, if you don't have hooded eyes, you can put that right on your crease and it'll show, because if you see your eyelids, it'll show. If you don't see your eyelids, like you don't see mine, I could put money up there. You'd never see it, because my eye eats it. Whatever I put up there, it goes away, including color. So there. Now I'm going to take another brush. This is another, it's the same brush, but it's a clean one. Number 10 brush. You could use any fluffy brush to do this. I'm going to fluff the edges so there's no harsh lines. This is the whole trick of doing eyeshadow, is you have got to rub away the harsh lines, or it's going to look splotchy, and it's going to look like amateurish. It's going to look like, it just doesn't look right. It looks splotchy. That's just all it looks like, splotchy. If you do this, it looks just more like faded into color and faded out. Fades in, fades out. And so it's more of a fade than, see how it's like, there's like a rough edge here, but there's not here. And this isn't that dark of a color. If you use real dark colors, that'd be real obvious. And it looks, it looks splotchy. You've got to blend, and I usually just blend all around the edges. And you can go in circles, you can go around and around, whatever makes it blend. There you go. Till it's softer looking. See, now the edge is soft. Kind of foggy. Soft and foggy looking. That's what you want. Now, if you want to look at more like a, you can just leave it like this and be done. Ta-da! But if you want a little bit more of a smoky eye look, I am going to take, now I'm going to, since I'm going to do another video, I'm going to go with the darker color. I'm going to use Levita Mocha, which is this kind of dark brown right here. And I'm going to put, now I'm doing this with the eyeshadow. I dip in my brush and then tap off, because you don't want extra eyeshadow just floating around. It'll all land on your face, and then you'll have little speckles of brown on your face. So if you tap off the extra, you won't have too much on your brush, because you don't want to come up here to do this and have so much on here that you have now a big blotchy splotch that you didn't want. Now, if that does happen, all you have to do is blend it. Just blend and blend and blend. But why do all that work if you don't have to? So if you get some on the brush, tap it off, you're less likely to have too much on there. And if you wanted more, you go back and do it again, just like I did. You want to add it in layers a little at a time, rather than a big, you say, I want it real dark there. Don't put it on in one swipe. It's going to look harsh. It's going to look uneven. It's too hard to get it even if you do it like in a big blop. You want to do it in layers and tap it every time. Even the light colors, you want to tap them so you don't have powder that just flies off the brush. And then you're just doing, see how I like made it like a point there? Go over here and down. So you like making a, it's like a lesser than greater than sign. Like there, 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 there. Some people say it's a C, but it's a little more pointed than a C, like a letter C. Or a backward letter C if it's the other eye. But that's kind of what you're doing. And then you're going to blend it so it looks softer. Now I'm going to do the other eye. Ooh, got too much on there. I'm going to knock a bunch of that off. But see, I just start in the corner, and you want to make sure you get to this point. Go down, and then go over. See? Like this. Just like this. You're drawing a thing like this. Like that. Greater than, lesser than sign. The letter C. Like that. That gives you, it gives your eyes a wider look. It almost kind of makes you look like you have a wing or big eyelashes out there. When you first put it on, it will be too dark till we blend. Now my skin is loose, so it kind of, the color sometimes kind of skips. But I can just keep blending and fix that. Okay, so now let's try the other brush, the clean one, number 10. Another number 10. Go around the edges, including this edge where it ended. And you don't want to brush it away or you'll be pulling the color out. You want to brush it in toward the color, so you don't spread it to the other part of your eye. You just want to soften these edges. You don't want to go like that, or it's going to go over here. You want to go in like this. Draw it into itself to soften, or go side to side. But you don't want to try to drag it out, because it'll go out. Then you will have it everywhere. You'll go, why is it over there? I don't know. Didn't want it over there. Okay, then we're going to do, see how that one is softer than that one. And they say when you think you're done blending, you can blend more. You just almost can't do it too much. The more you blend, the softer and more natural looking it will be. And if you look at it and say, oh, I don't know about that, blend more. Blend more. But even a little blending is better than none, so blend. Especially the edges. If you get it too dark and you say, oh, I didn't want it that dark, you can blend the whole thing and get it lighter. But if you like the dark, you just want it to be the darkest right in the center, and then the surrounding areas to be a little more faded. So a little faded on the outside, dark, dark in the center. So it fades from your natural skin color, gradually darker, gradually darker, gradually darker, and the darkest. That's what you want it to. You want it to fade in to the dark. And you want to try to get them the same, which is the whole trick. And I probably could blend more, but I don't want to be here all night. I've got to do another video of my music and my Bible verses I got for today. Okay, so I'm going to take brush number 20. This is just like brush number 7. It was just a little smaller. It's just a foundation, yeah, not foundation, but a eyeshadow brush. And I'm using number 1 called Sweet Dreams. It's that one right there. It's just like Cream Boat. The cream color only has a little shimmer in it. This is one of my favorites because it reflects the light and it lightens my eyelids. And having the dark circles on my eyelids that I hate, this counteracts them a lot. So instead of feeling like I have sunken in dark eyelids, I now have bright, highlighted eyelids. I'm going to put that on this one. Now you can get the brush wet for these eyeshadows if you wanted it more intense as well. Or you can do it dry, depending on how intense you want it. Hi, how are you doing? There. Okay, so that's number 1, Sweet Dreams. Then I like to take this little brush. This one is, how did you get over there? Oh, I still haven't contoured. Let me finish my contour. That was Taupe for the Best I'm using, and this little brush number 8. This is the one that's like a little packing brush. Oh, first I do under my lip, because this creates a shadow under your lip. Makes your lip look fuller. And then I'm going to do down my nose. And I try to do this where it doesn't look like I have streaks of dirt on my face. And again, you don't have to do contour. I normally don't do this like every day. To go to work every day, I don't usually contour. But you could. But it's just nice to know how to do it. So I try to do it on the live. So if you want to do it, if you've already got this eyeshadow, and you use the eyeshadow, you can use it for this too. And this just elongates your nose and it thins your nose a little bit. So see, you just have a light streak down your nose And then this recedes a little bit because you're darkening it a little bit. But you just want to make sure you blend that really well, so you don't look like you just have two stripes down your nose. Don't want to look like that. Okay, so that's a little better. Then I'm going to take, where'd you go? Oh, I've got it. This is brush number 15. This is the one when I got it, I thought it was broke because it's bent. I said, why is that bent? And I went, oh, that's supposed to be bent. Okay, it's not broke. So then I'm taking the setting spray, and I'm going to dip this in there. And I'm just using a little makeup palette. You could use the lid of your bottle if you want to. I just like the makeup palette. I can see what I'm doing better. Then I'm going to go into this eyeshadow here. It's called Dial-It Black. It's just black, basically. That's it. It's a matte black. Tap off any excess, and I'm going to go under my eyes here with it. And I like to do a real thin line. I have such dark circles without this concealer that it's hard for me to put dark under my eyes because I just took it away. I just took it away. I don't want to put it back. And when you're older, I think you want it lighter down here. You don't want to draw a lot of attention under your eyes. You want to pull people's eyes up and out, because everything else is going down. And you don't want people to follow that with their eyes. You want them to go up. So I try not to draw a lot of attention down here. I want it up. So I do put that there. It just kind of gives the illusion of having eyelashes over there. My eyelashes over there are really pitiful. They're hardly there. They're like a 1/16 of an inch long now. I'm like, what happened to my eyelashes over there? Underneath. I'm talking about the one on the bottom. I hardly have any on the bottom. But I've gotten to where I don't really put mascara down there, because I just think it looks brighter, and with dark circles and older skin, you want it bright, light and bright down here, so I keep it real light and bright. I don't even put mascara on. I put mascara on up here. Now I'm going to take our eyeliner. This is our eyeliner pen. It has a very, very fine point. You can line from here all the way over, make wings. You can do all kind of stuff with this brush. You can do fat, thin, whatever you like. And when I want more of a light look, I usually just kind of go about 2/3 to 3/4 of the way across. I don't go all the way in. The less dark you put in here, the more open and bright and younger your eyes look. So now, if you can put this on without doing this, do it. Don't stretch your skin. But my skin, it's done been stretched. I'm sorry. It's been that way. If I've tried it, and what happens is it skips. And then I have to, it looks stupid. So I try not to over pull my skin. But I have to do it a little bit or it won't draw. It will just skip. So if your skin is already stretched and you have to do this, then hey, you have to do it. But don't do it. Don't stretch your skin if you don't have to. You could just take your pen like this and just draw. But when you're older, you kind of have no choice. Sad to say. When it is stretched, it is stretched. And then you just have to cope with it like that best you can. And that is what I'm doing. Now, I usually don't often do wings because my eyes are so hooded and so saggy. They eat the wings. They eat the wings. So I usually just do to the edge of my eyes. And then with the eyeshadow kind of gives the illusion a little bit of almost being a wing. Then I'm going to take this little brush. This is just little brush 18. And just kind of brush under here if there's any little specks of eyeshadow that fell there or anything. Brush it clean. Now, I've done that and that. Now I'm going to, I don't think I'm missing anything. I'm going to put on a little highlighter. I like this highlighter. I don't always do this every day either. But it's fun. This is nope, that's not even the highlighter. That's eyeshadow. Here's a highlighter. It's called the Nessa Myricks highlighter. They're all pretty. They're for all skin tones. And this palette, you have to get the palette all as one palette right now. I'm going to use this first color. It's called Diamond. It's just really white is all it is. But it reflects, these reflect the light really well. Look. Oh my goodness. Look at that. It's like, it has a light onto itself. It's so bright. So I'm going to put a little here. I just do it with my hand. You can do it with a brush or a sponge or something if you want, but I just do it with my finger. I think it doesn't pick as much up. You highlight your Cupid bow. Put a little on your chin. You put a little down your nose. I try not to look like I'm Rudolph. A little up here. Because what you're doing is, if the light shined on you, it would shine like this. And so you're trying to hit those spots where the light would shine down your face. So it's there, 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 there. So you put it there. Kind of blend it a little bit. Then you want it here because the light would hit you here. So I'm going to actually use another finger. Try not to contaminate my stuff here. More. I mean, seriously, look, it's like luminescent. Then I'm going to kind of tap it here. Woo! I got some there, didn't I? Kind of put it in there. See, it's supposed to just reflect the light. Just that is a little too much. I didn't blend that one yet. But you see what it does. It reflects the light. That's what you're supposed to do. It's supposed to just reflect the light. It's not supposed to look like a white streak. But it just adds some luminescence to your face. And it lifts your face. It lifts your cheek. There. Now, I am also going to take my eyeshadow. Let me get that off my hands. I'm going to take this brush number 20 again, this little one. And I'm going to go back in that Sweet Dreams that has the little shimmer in it. And I'm going to put it here in the corner of my eye. That makes your eyes look... You don't want it a shadow, a dark shadow in there. You want it to be a reflect light. Because then it just makes your eyes look more awake and more bright. And not sunken in and sleepy. And then you can take... So I'm using this as a highlighter also, this Sweet Dreams. Then you can put it under your brow. Yeah, look at that. Reflects light too because it has those little kind of crystals in it. It's not glitter, but it's a little bit of a shimmer. Oh yeah, that's pretty. I can tell when I look up at this light. Looking down, I have a mirror down here too. I look in that mirror, I don't see it. I look up there, I'm like, oh yeah, there it is. There it is. Okay, there we go. Just a little touch here and there. Helps a lot. Okay, so I'm going to put that up. Now I am going to spray my face with our setting spray. And the setting spray, the one I use is called Oil Strike. There's also one called Time Setter. Oil Strike is for oily skin, normal to oily skin, and if you like a matte finish. The other one, Time Setter, it has vitamins and anti-aging properties in it. It's for normal to dry skin, and if you want a more dewy or non-matte look. So if you don't like the look of, you just, I don't want to use the powder because it makes me look dry. All you have to do is put the Time Setter spray on it. It'll take away the look of the dry. And so you just close your eyes and your mouth. Or you will eat it. Oops, yes, I've done that. And spray it. And then let it dry. You do want it to dry. I just kind of take, you can speed that up a little bit. Take catalog, dry it. Then I'm going to curl my eyelashes real quick. Where's my eyelash curler? There it is. My eyelashes, they stick out like this. Even when I curl them, I don't know if they stay curled, but I try. I kind of do it a couple times to try to make sure. There we go. My eyelashes, even though I have dark hair, my eyelashes are like invisible. I don't know why. They're not. They're wispy and they're like almost light colored. That's kind of strange, but they are. So then I'm going to take our mascara that I have hidden from myself. Oh, where'd I put it? Well, that's a good question. Did I drop it? Well, I had it. You know, I was rearranging stuff up here. And I rearranged it away from myself, apparently. Did I not put... Oh, right, yeah, right in front of my face. There it is. Okay. This is our fiber mascara, one-step fiber mascara. There are other fiber mascaras, and I will tell you I haven't tried them. But from what I have heard, the other fiber mascaras take a couple of steps. Like you have to put one thing on, and then you put the fibers on, and then you go back again and you put something else on top. And I'm like, that's a lot of work. But this has the fibers in it already. One step, you just put it all on at one time. It's black. It is not waterproof, but it is kind of water resistant. I will tell you, I have cried with this on before, and it has not moved. It has not run. It is not smudged. It is kind of smudge proof. The fibers lengthen and thicken your eyelashes, and they do not flake off. I've heard other people that have used different fiber mascaras that say they don't like them because the little fibers flake off. During the day, they come home at night and they have little fibers on their cheeks. This won't do that. And this is like the only mascara I have ever used. I never used to wear mascara when I was young, because every mascara I ever used ended up under here because of my oily skin. And because my eyelashes, I think they brush down here after a while. Every mascara ends up smudged under my eyes by the end of the day. And so I hadn't worn mascara for years, because who wants to look like that? Looks like I took charcoal and threw it under my eye. I found a couple before that would only smudge once in a while. It was like Russian roulette mascara. Might be good that day, might not. But it was good, 75% of the time. I just thought that's the best I can do. It's the best I'm going to get. Some days I wouldn't wear it because I'm like, I don't want to deal with it today. This mascara, I have been wearing this brand, my Lime Life's brand, for almost a year. Because I joined back in April. I've been wearing this almost a year. It's never smudged under my eyes one time. It's like I have found the holy grail of my mascaras. Now, some people may not have a problem with it smudging under their eyes, and if you don't, lucky you. I remember even when I was in high school, I went to high school in the 70s. All the girls were, boy, were they into mascara. That Maybelline Great Lash, that was the thing. All the girls had it. They would sit and put mascara on all day. A few hours later, they'd put mascara on again. Boy, they liked their mascara. I'd put it on and go home like I was a football player. Black smears under my eyes. It wouldn't matter what I did. So I just kind of didn't wear it. Then they came out with other brands. I tried them. Not much better. Like I said, I had found a couple that weren't too bad. And this wasn't too bad and that thrilling. This is the best I've ever used. The best I've ever used was not smudge. Has not one time. And I am so excited. I love it. Okay, and it does not make your eyes feel stiff or goopy or gunky. That's the other thing I didn't like about mascaras. They can make your eyelashes feel goopy. You know, like when you blink, it feels like there's goop on your eyes. This does not do that. Now, I am going to put on some lip color. Let's see, what do I want to put on? What do I want to put on? I'm wearing turquoise, so just about anything. I could wear anything with this. Let's see. I do have ruby chocolate. And I also have macaroon. I like macaroon a lot. This is, and oh, but you know what's gotten to be my real favorite? Is s'mores. Oh. This is like almost the color of my lips naturally, only darker. I like s'mores a lot. Let's see. Do I want to wear that? I think I'm going to wear s'mores. Now you can line your lips. You don't have to. This is the enduring lip color. Enduring lip color, you don't necessarily even have to line your lips. You can. And sometimes I do. Depends on the one I'm wearing. Sometimes I can just put it on. And it will last 4 to 6 hours. And they don't bleed. So it's like you don't have to. If you put a lip liner on, a lip liner will make your color last longer. But I'm not going to be wearing it 4 or 6 hours tonight. I'm home. I'm home, and I'm going to do a video after this where I read the Bible and sing a song, play the piano, which I do every Sunday. That's why I'm putting all this makeup on, too. So at least I can look decent in the video. So I thought, since I had to put this makeup on, I'll do a live and tell you, don't forget to get your $18 sponge, normally $22, or your free sponge, including this little carrying case, if you buy a collection, any of our collections, makeup collections. Lime Life will also donate a portion of the profits to the Brighter Together Foundation, which is the foundation that helps underprivileged women around the world. It helps them start businesses. I really like that. It helps women who are, sometimes they're kind of trapped in their life and they're financially unable to do anything. And this foundation helps them and to start a new life and to be independent and to be able to be free from, I think, bondage that they may be in, because they have financial freedom. They can sometimes get out of things that they couldn't have gotten out of because they have to stay in their situation because of money. And if it can help them start businesses and have independence and financial freedom, it can really help their lives. And so I really like that too, that if you get, and that's not just during this sale. Anytime you buy our makeup collections, they donate money to the Brighter Together Foundation. But now you get them to make the donation, you get a bunch of makeup, and you get a free sponge and carrier. Now I'm putting this on, and usually what I do, my bottom lip is a lot bigger than my top. It always has been. So you got a fuller bottom lip than top. So I learned this from a professional makeup artist that I was watching on Facebook before I found Lime Life. If you make your Cupid's bow a little higher, it'll make your lips look the same size. If you need to even them out. So I go a little higher. You don't go higher all the way around, just at your Cupid's bow here. If you go all the way around, it starts to look fake. All right, see how I made that side higher than the other? So this side is higher than this side. Then you even it up. And these lip colors, they will not dry. They do dry to a matte, but they do not dry down 100% to where it makes your lips feel like paper. I've worn those brands before, and they made my lips crack and bleed. Like here in the corners. Oh, it was horrible. Took it a month to heal. Made my lips feel like paper. Some people can wear those, and they don't transfer. Those don't transfer at all. But they kill your lips. So yeah, they don't transfer. You're going to die. You're going to feel like it. And they would all chip. They wouldn't stay on the inside of my lip here, like here. They wouldn't stay on your waterline, those other ones. They chip off, and then you look so weird. It looks like you see the color of your lip, and you just like you have a big thing of lip liner on. Looks so strange. This has only minimal transfer once it dries. Now, if you don't like the feeling of dry at all, and even this feels too dry for you, you just have to put gloss on top. And that gloss is moisturizing. That's some of the most moisturizing gloss I've ever felt. Our lipsticks are moisturizing too. You could even put a lip color on top of this. One of the sheer lip colors, or any. Okay, there we go. S'mores. All right, now, what I'm going to do, one more thing. I like to do this when I'm doing videos. I'm going to put on eyelashes. I found this package in my drawer. I forgot I had this package. These are called faux mink. They're a little fuller than the other ones I wear sometimes. A little fuller. I don't wear the real big, bushy, glam full ones because I wear glasses. And if I put those big, fat ones on, it brushes my glasses like this. These actually brush my glasses a little bit. I wish they didn't. I would probably be tempted to wear them every day because they make your eyes look so good. False eyelashes, especially if you get the natural looking ones. These are called Demi Wispies. Demi Wispies, you see it's fatter at this end and skinnier at that end, and it's not real full. They're just wispy, just sparse. They look more natural. It's like your natural eyelashes, only better. So I'm going to get those. These are just Ardell. You can use other brands. So what I do, this is Ardell too. I got this as Sally Beauty Supply. It's a plastic tweezer, really. And it's just easy to hold the eyelash with it. So you just hold it like that. And then I use this glue. This is Duo Lash Glue in the green lettering. That's the reason you want that is, first of all, it has aloe, which is moisturizing. But it has a brush. You want the brush. If you use the one with the squeeze tube, yeah, you can get an unhappy surprise with that. You can use it, but it's a little risky. So all you do is paint your band. This one has a real light band, so it's easy to work with. Paint it with a brush. See how it shows up on there kind of iridescent? That's how you know you got it on there. See, I don't even have to hardly look. I'm showing you. Just brush the brush along the edge. The whole key to eyelashes. 100% the whole key is you got to let it sit and get tacky for 1.5 to 2 minutes. If you don't do that and you put it on, it's going to slide because it has wet glue. You want the glue to get tacky. And how do you know? You just wait 1.5 to 2 minutes. That's all you do. 1.5 to 2 minutes. If you put it on and it feels like it's sliding, it's too soon. If you do wait too long and it gets too dry, I was going to do the other one, you just got to take it off, put more glue on it. But generally, it takes about the time it takes you to do the other one, and wait another few seconds, and then the first one will be ready. I got to get this light to shine right so I can see what I'm doing. There we go. But these faux mink ones are supposed to be softer than the other ones. Although I don't know that that matters because it's not like you really feel it once you get it on your eye. And you don't glue lashes to your other lashes. You glue it to your skin at the very bottom of your eyelid, right on top of the layer of your lashes. So not on your lashes, but just above your lashes. So it shouldn't pull out your other lashes and bother them because it's really glued to your skin. And it peels off just like you peel off a Post-it note. Just like that. Comes off real easy, but stays on. Okay, here we go. Number 1. And this, you put the fat side on the outside. Now, if you have smaller eyes, you have to trim them. I would tell you. You have to measure it and trim them. I guess I'm lucky. I don't have to trim them. And I try to put the outside on the outside of my eye. Just lay it there in the middle. Then you tap down, and it'll just adhere. It'll just stick. And then you tap down this end, and once you touch it to your skin, it sticks. And see how this other end is just kind of hanging? All you do is tap it down to your skin. Once you touch it on your skin, it sticks. And then I tap along the whole band, make sure it all is adhered. And there. Look in there. Woo. So much better than mine. Now we try to do it again. The trick is try to get them in the same spot. You kind of get used to it after a while. I had to learn to do this because I belong to a singing group of all women. It's called Sweet Adelines. And my group is about 120 women. Tap it in the middle, tap it on this end, tap it on the outside edge, then go along the whole band. We sing barbershop quartet style music, a cappella, 4-part harmony, and we go and do performances. And we go on some big stages. We go on the biggest stage here in the town I live in, and it's a stage they show Broadway musicals on. So that means it's a big stage with big stage lights, professional stage lights. And so they require us to go sing in this. When we do these performances, we have to wear false eyelashes and stage makeup. That is how I found Lime Life. I had to learn. I thought, oh, Lord, I've never done this. I don't know if I can do it. So I started watching people on Facebook put on makeup and false eyelashes because I had to learn how to do it. Because it was a requirement for me to go sing in this group that I had just found. So I learned how to put on false eyelashes so I could do performances with Sweet Adelines. And our group is called Spirit of the Gulf. And I found out it's so fun. I thought, oh, I'm going to be so bad at it. I'm going to be so bad because I've never done it. I found out all of the women that are in it, they're not any better. They're all like, oh, yeah, we all struggle with that. I'm like, oh, good. I don't feel so bad. But look how pretty. They're just like fluttery. They just make your eyes look so big and bright, and your lashes, they make your lashes where they get longer here. I really like them. Okay, so there we are. I am done with the makeup for the day. Time to do my video. If you would like a little Sunday Bible study and singing, come back and do that. I usually pick a topic or something and do that every Sunday. Just a little ministry I do to reach out to anybody who'd like to listen. And, well, I like to look somewhat decent for it. And so until next time, don't forget, this is the last day. I think it actually goes through 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, but I wouldn't wait. I wouldn't wait because, if something happened and the computer went down, you miss. So go get you one of these. $18 from my website. It's www.limelifebyalcone.com/LuAnnPygott. That's my name. LuAnn Pygott. You can look at my name and see how to spell it. Just write it out. www.limelifebyalcone.com/LuAnn Pygott. Can't remember that. That's okay. Just send me a message. If you would like to be color matched for this foundation, I can do that very easily. Just send me a message, say color match. Or if you were interested in joining my team, send me a message that says team, and I can give you the information on that. But don't miss out on your discounted sponge. Either $18 instead of $22 or free with our collection, which, man, that's the best deal. Best deal. Free. Okay, until next time, you all have a good night. Bye.